going on, everybody? It's your pal Boom coming at y'all with the brand new Palace Summer 2025 lookbook. This is an interesting one, man. Palace, I feel like, is coming off kind of a weaker last season. I wasn't a big fan of it. I don't even really think I caught much from the releases, so I'm hoping we find some stuff we like a little bit more this time around. I will say, summer's not the best season for Palace. I feel like Palace is way better when it comes to their jackets and stuff, so my expectations are a little bit lowered, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of this season, some of your favorite items. Hopefully I don't skip over any of them. Drop a like if you want more Palace content. That's all I ask, because I haven't been making very much of it recently. Kind of bums me out, because if you guys don't know, Palace is my one true love, man. Like, me and Palace go way back. First streetwear brand I ever started copping back in like 2015, 2016. I got this fleece on, one of my oldest Palace items. Shout out to Pingy if you guys remember him. He's the one that put me onto this jacket when I used to watch his videos. But without further ado, let's get into this lookbook. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna try my best to be optimistic today and not too much a hater. I feel like I came off a little strong last time. I was like a little disappointed with Palace's lookbook, and this time around I don't think it's gotten much better, but there's still some banger items in here. Now, getting it started, of course, they gotta headline it with a jacket none of us are gonna be able to afford. That's going to be this suede jacket with the patchwork all throughout. I actually really like this coat. I think it looks really clean. Love the colors. Great branding too. They did a really good job at not making this too loud, but still having that little Palace hit so people know you just dropped a rack on a jacket of suede in the middle of summer. But obviously it's gonna be a skip. I'm not dropping that money. Let's go in to what I think is the most interesting item from this release. It's gonna be this Palace corduroy, little LA shout out on the front, and of course you got the Ford logo on the back, man. You guys know I love the Ford logo rip. No fuck's been getting pretty mad at Palace for ripping off the Ford logo. It doesn't make sense too much. Maybe this is Palace clapping back at Eric saying, you know what, we're doubling down, we're doing another rip off, man. So yeah, I do love the back side of this jacket. I think it's a super sick one. The front side, they lost me, bro. I gotta be real with y'all, man. They lost me on the LA shout out. Now, my LA boy is gonna get mad at me, but being someone that doesn't really have much association to LA outside of gooning to LeBron James, I just don't really need to be like brandishing it on my clothing. And it like triggers my OCD the way that LA is so spread out from the rest of the, like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like this wasn't the item to do the LA shout out on. I would have really just liked a cleaner, maybe little pocket logo. I would have just preferred a little more normal of a logo, man. Like the lowercase to the uppercase with the space, it just kind of drives me insane. So I'm really disappointed because this is one of my favorite items of the season. They kind of ruined the front side, at least for me. It just felt a little odd to be shouting out LA on this corduroy jacket. I don't know. So that one's an easy skip, I think. Although I do think it's a cool design. If I was from LA, maybe I'd like it a little more. Next up, we got what I call the Space Mountain jacket. Something about this font, man, just reminds me of that ride from Disneyland. So it kind of ruined it for me a bit, like the whole futuristic look. I can literally envision the ride operator rocking one of these jackets when I'm getting on Space Mountain. The backside is really sick though. I'll say the back, I really like that design. These flight jackets are just not really my style, so it's something that's kind of easy for me to skip. And this is what's worrying me about this season, y'all. That's like it for any good jacket. Now, I know it is summer outside, so I'm not expecting like all these banger jackets, but there's like 2 jackets in here I would maybe cop. Really just one. It'd be the Palace LA with the Ford rip. Outside of that though, like I'm sure some people will like this Pro Team jacket. It's not really my thing. You guys know I don't really wear track jackets like that. The colorways, oh god, this is the first time I looked at them. They're pretty bad. I do like that little dove hit, but like, man, when I'm looking at these jackets, there's just nothing memorable about them to me. And I swear, you could show me this jacket, I would not be able to tell you what year it's from. Like, I feel like I've seen them make this jacket every single season. I don't know. One of my problems with Palace is they do get pretty repetitive. Of course, brands like Supreme do the same thing, but I feel like Palace is the worst offender of it, man. It almost feels like you can guess half the items that are gonna come out in a season from them. Usually, I think these Palace lookbooks have like 1 or 2 just banger items where I'm like, holy shit, they snapped. And then there's just a bunch of throwaways. I wanna like this jacket, but for some reason, something about it, I don't know if it's the zipper going through the logo. It kind of annoys me though. Like this one's close to being fire. It's not quite enough for me to justify the retails. This P-Wing logo, I actually think this is kind of dope. I'm not mad about this one. They should have put it on a hat though. I don't think they have any hat with this logo on it because I don't want a whole sweater. I'm not that into the logo, but that's a cool one. I'll give them props. Let's bounce over to this rugby. I think this is a pretty cool one. I could definitely see myself wearing it. I wouldn't necessarily pay the price for it, but I love this color of green. Other colorways just really dull. They kind of lost me on them. I've seen some people showing love to this button up. I kind of wish they threw some stuff on the backside. It has like that racing look to it, but still a little bit too dull. It's not a bad one though. Next up we got this jersey, which again, man, I love the backside hit, but oh my god, this front drives me crazy. I don't know if it's just me too, but I feel like this back hit looks really small in comparison to this. Maybe I'm just tweaking, bruh. But yeah, this front side, man, I just can't get over the spacing and like the lowercase to uppercase. It just bothers. I don't know if I'm the only one. Maybe I'm way overlooking at it, but not really my thing. I do think they kind of sold that design with the front hit. Next up, we got a very familiar one. I could have sworn I just bought one of these off Supreme during their sale. I'm assuming this is based off some soccer kit, so I'm not gonna act like, oh my god, Palace ripped off Supreme, but it is eerily close. I'll say that. Although I do think this is a cool one. It's a little too loud for me. I can see this kind of going crazy in the UK though, because this definitely has that soccer vibe to it, so not mad about that. That blue is definitely my favorite color. Palace Sonic jersey, I feel like we've gotten a ton of Palace Sonic jerseys from them already. Sort of a boring one. Now this is actually kind of dope. This Truth jersey, a lot of these like Jesus items, I'm a big fan of this season, which is weird because I haven't gone to church in several years, man, so I'm kind of a fake fan. Maybe I'm a new gen Jesus lover, man. He's next up in the rap game. The Palace Believer on the back, fire, and I just love this front hit. It definitely feels very Palace. It's a little too loud for me to justify buying it. I almost wish they put like this on the backside and had a little more blank on the front, but overall I think it's a pretty cool jersey. I think it's pretty unique. Next up, terrible. I don't even know why I clicked on that. The pants and shorts section is just diabolical, man. Like, what the fuck happened to Palace? They used to have some really dope pants. That used to be one of my favorite pants companies. The shorts even, they usually have some pretty clean shorts, but dude, does this not just feel barren? This is a wasteland of items, man. You got some super plain baggy denim, fine. Just the same old Palace track pants we always see. Like, there's just nothing for me to even talk about here. Even the denim shorts just feel so bare. Give us a design, some unique logo hit. I don't know. You got these Truth shorts, but like, let's be real. If you can't pull off the jersey, there ain't no way you're pulling these ones off because they're just a little too chaotic. I think it sort of works on the jersey. The shorts are kind of crazy. But aside from that, man, oh my god, this is one of the worst pants short sections I've ever seen from Palace. Look at these swim shorts. You just put Jesus all over some other shit and you can't even give me any kind of design on a swim trunk, man. I just don't understand. It feels like they really mailed it in when it came to the pants department, so that's a big bummer for me. Believe zip hood, this is actually kind of dope, not gonna lie. I actually really like this one. Oh shit, I had not looked at this too much. I've looked at some of these items, but this is actually kind of fire, man. This black color with the purple and green, I'm sort of a fan. You know what, Palace? That's actually a banger. I'll give them that. Aside from that though, not a lot going on here that I'm too crazy about. Let's take a look at this hood. No, this color is really nice. Got your typical P3. I mean, we get the same logo hoodies from them every fucking time. I know Supreme does the box logo every time, so I can't really talk, but it's like, holy fuck. Can we retire the P3 design, man? I'm fucking sick of it. Triferg, it can stay. I still do got love for the Triferg. I'm rocking one right now, but I'm over the P3 design, man. That thing is washed. These are actually pretty clean. I think sometimes Palace is so UK leaning with a lot of their designs and styles that maybe that's why it doesn't hit as close to home for me, because I mean, these look dope and everything, but it's just not really my style. Kind of have a polo vibe to them with the horse right there. Those are that. Ooh, wait a second. That pink one? Okay, you know what? That might be one of the best items I've seen out of them this season. That is actually tough. I'll give them that. This team crew is actually kind of dope. I'm not mad about this one at all. The colorways, again, though, are just fucking selling. This is the only good color, unfortunately. Let's take a look at this. This is actually sort of clean. I have the hat that has the same design on it. Definitely that gray one. Not too bad. Hopefully that's embroidered. And then you got the Reacto Triferg. I know they've done some Reacto Trifergs already before. It's cool to see it on a crew neck, but sort of bizarre color choices. Very summertime, though, so I mean, I'm not too mad about it. And this is what I'm saying, man. Some of these religious designs are banging this season. Like, I actually really like this shirt a lot. Again, not quite enough to actually spend retail for it, but I think it's a cool design. It's something unique for the season. This wolf print, actually not too bad. Actually, you know what? This t-shirt is sort of clean. This tee is actually pretty nice. I'm a sucker for this design because I have the hat with it. So maybe you'll see me copping one of these tees. I actually like those. Nice clean logo. Of course, you got the Ace Ventura tee. There are other photo tees I preferred more. I've seen Ace Ventura, but it was way back in the day. It was never really a movie I loved, so I'm not as stoked on this as I've seen some other people, but I will say I'm very, very happy to see movie scene tees coming back. I miss these, man. I think there's some video I was talking about it, like what happened to these shirts, because it was one of their most iconic lines and they just completely stopped doing them for several years. It is so nice to see them coming back. Ace Ventura, my favorite's always going to be the Forrest Gump. I also like the Princess Diana, even though that's technically not a movie, but I love this style they do. They got to keep it going. That's a fire one. Other t-shirts, not a ton to say about them. The chakra tees, kind of dope. You could definitely impress the right hoods with that one, I'll be honest. The t-shirt I sort of was digging was this Bad Apple tee. The white or gray colorway of this, I think it's actually super clean. You guys might remember they used to do those pea animals, and this sort of reminds me of that series they used to do. I miss some of those designs, like the octopus, the T-Rex, giraffe, turtle. I love the pea animal designs. If you really zoom in here, you can see a little pea on the worm. So that's a banger. I think I'm gonna cop that tee. I know it's a random one to like, but I sort of like the simpler Palace tees. I haven't actually looked at this duck shirt yet. Oh my god, this is actually kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie. The front side of this, a banger. Uh-oh, Boone, you're in trouble. I might actually be cooking some stuff this season. The white does suck. I really like white tees a lot, so I actually don't know if I'm going to cop this one. I'm not too wowed by the colors. They're a little dull for me, but that's a fire shirt. You guys know the Palace duck is iconic. I should have been wearing the duck hoodie. What am I doing, man? That's a good shirt. I'll give them that. The shirts are actually looking pretty decent. Like this skull tee, it's not my favorite in the world, but I mean, it's not bad. It's something a little unique. The Trivex shirt, again, it's not like the most crazy unique or anything, but I just like clean Palace tees, so I'm actually pretty okay with those. Overall, this is actually one of the stronger t-shirt sections I've looked at from Palace. Usually I sort of hate on their t-shirts because they're a little too chaotic, but there's some bangers in here. There's some pretty clean ones. Ace Ventura, you got this logo tee, duck tee, P3 I probably wouldn't cop. Bad Apple tee, this Triferg. Actually a really good lineup, so shout out to you, Palace. You crushed it on the t-shirts this season. The hats department, I actually think is my favorite. There's some hats in here that are dope, man. This is such a sick trucker hat to me. I don't know why I like it. It's so chaotic, it's annoying, but you guys know I love my trucker hats. One of the few hat styles I can fit my lesbian Ellen DeGeneres cut into. Love that pink Realtree camo on the bill. Just a very unique hat. Palace does crush the trucker hat game. Supreme needs to take notes because they drop the most boring truckers. Meanwhile, Palace be doing this. And let's just keep the good vibes rolling. Bang! Another fire hat, man. I love this one. You got the clean logo hit on the front with a little flame action. But this backside, I don't know if you guys recognize what this is from. True Palace fans know. This is actually the print they put on their sticker packs. And I've always really liked that print. There's probably clips of me saying back in the day, man, they got to use this on some clothing at some point. Well, here you got it on the back of a trucker, giving me some AOI vibes. Fire, bro. Absolutely fire. There's only 2 colors. That's kind of a bummer, man. I do wish we got a couple more colors. This kind of has those OG Bape trucker hat designs feel to it. So that is a really sick hat right there. Oh, they did give us that little angel. I mean, it's on a fitted, so I don't really care for it. I was saying I wanted that on a hat, so I'll give them props. Let's take a look at this one. Just kind of a basic Palace logo hat. Nothing too bad. Bad Apple hat. I would maybe cop this if they had a good colorway because the black's too dark. I wish they did a white on the top with like a light blue bill. That would have been tough. I would have definitely cop. Outside of that, I do like this St. Louis Cardinals little logo rip, the PL. That's pretty tough. The rugby 6-man. Wait, I haven't looked at this either. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? This Palace hats department is kind of heating up, man. I mean, there's no colorway I absolutely love here. What was there a pink one? Was I tripping? Yeah, this pink one, it might be my favorite. I actually think that's really tough. The visible visor one, I don't know about this, man. I saw this in the lookbook. I was like, it's a little weird, but really good hat department here. I do wish they came out with a better sun hat. It feels like these sun hats are pretty mid, but I'll give them props for this section, man. So far the t-shirts and the hats, not bad. Jackets, okay. Pants, shorts, miserably bad, like just so bad. Let's take a look at the accessories. Now, first off, we got these loafers. These are nice, but they're probably gonna be insanely expensive, and I'm fine with just my Doc Marten loafers. I don't need to drop $300-400 bucks. Next up, now this pisses me off, bro. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. Palace, how many times are we going to get Vans collections where you just do this? Oh, I'm so sick of it, man. I absolutely hate this logo. You guys have heard me bury this logo so many times. It does not blend in with these shoes whatsoever, man. Like, holy fuck, Palace. They did like the duck Vans, I think, once, and that's the only design it feels like we've ever gotten on a Vans shoe from them. I am pissed off. I'm sick of that logo. Sorry, guys. I just had to get that off my chest. I would have maybe copped this green pair if it had something a little more interesting going on. Oh, this thing is the death of me, man. So that's kind of a bummer. Next up, we got some sunglasses. These are pretty sick. I'm a fan of the sunglasses. I'm a little scared ordering sunglasses online because, like, if I get them hoes in person and look like a dork in them, then it's just wasted money. I don't know if you can return accessories or not with this brand either, so a little too risky for me. I'm not dropping all that bread for these, but a very tasteful collection of sunglasses. Definitely better than the ones Supreme comes out with that are always just so weird. Next up, this belt is actually pretty tough. Palace Waistman on the backside they got the waistman joke, you know, because it's waist instead of waist. I don't know why I just explained that joke. It just made it not funny, but this is a pretty dope belt. This is definitely a super trendy belt style right now. It's probably gonna be taxed, so I don't know if I'll cop it, but I think it's a good one. We got this tapestry blanket. Not really a fan of it too much. I mean, it's cool, but I feel like in person the color's gonna be a lot more faded. I do like this bandana. If it ends up sitting on the website, might end up copping one just because I'm such a fan of this brand. I do think that Palace LA does look a little better in this than it does on the jackets and other items, so this is actually a pretty cool little bandana. Next up, we got this mat that I want to love this. Here's the keys to my Palace. It just sounds kind of zesty. I'm just a fucking hater. I'm insecure. That's what it is, guys. Yeah, we figured it out. I have a stupid ass Stussy version of one of these rugs, so I don't need that. It's not bad. I don't know. I'm just tweaking for no reason. Next up, we got this little weed jar. I actually really like this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really have a use for it. You guys know I don't smoke like that no more, so I don't know what the fuck I would put in here. This little iridescent colorway is sort of sick. Next up, key ring. Cool, not bad. The lone wolf badge, sort of sick. Alpha wolf type shit. Sticker pack, actually a pretty good sticker pack. I see some bangers in here. You even got that old rip that Fucked was getting mad about. This is actually a really good sticker pack. Probably gonna get one. I already looked through the decks. Oh my god, I did not like them. They brought back the safe decks, which was kind of interesting. But aside from that, there's nothing really too interesting in these decks. Just a bunch of the skaters. I do like the artwork though. This Fly's skate grip, kind of cool. And that about does it. So overall, I do think this is one of these smaller seasons I've seen from Palace. I don't necessarily blame them because they make so many throwaway items that it feels like half their releases are always sitting on the website. Like, I truly do not know what they do with all their leftover stock, because holy fuck, they must have a ton. I definitely have noticed they've been going smaller and smaller on the lookbooks. It might be because of the leftover stock. I don't know. But this t-shirt section, one of my favorites in a long time from the brand. I am really disappointed. There's no good jersey here, man. Like, not one jersey that I think is pretty sick that I'd actually cop. I feel like this is the perfect weather for a jersey too. There's not even like a great like summer shirt. Like, there's no button-ups or anything like that, which really does surprise me, man. Like, it's summer. You would think Palace would be one of the first people to lock in on a nice short sleeve button-up to wear out to the club or something, but man, there's just nothing here. And I don't count this gassed up shirt. This shit looks like you work at a gas station. Sorry. This polo is cool and all, but yeah, there's just not any really tasteful summer shirt. Jacket section is pretty whatever. It's kind of forgettable for me. There's nothing I really want. But for me, I think the t-shirts, the hats, they did a really good job on. Accessories is like 50-50. Like, there's some cool stuff, but it's all going to be pretty expensive. So overall, definitely a step up from the last Palace season I looked at. There's some items in here I like. I'm probably overhating a bit, but I don't know. Old Palace used to just truly be my favorite when it came to copping for the personal. I don't do it nearly as much anymore, and I feel like it's just from all the repetitiveness I see from their designs. So yeah, it's been your boy Boone. Hopefully I wasn't coming off as a hater to this video. I gave props in a lot of places. I do think it's kind of a mediocre season, but I understand summer is not really Palace's time to shine. Winter, fall time, Ultimo season, that's where they go fucking ham. So pretty decent one here. Could have been better. But let me know what you guys think if you agree or disagree with me. It's been your boy Boone. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Drop a like if you like the Palace content. And thank you to my real Pally boys for watching all the way through. Duck boys, stand the fuck up, man. I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Peace.